Okay, I talked about the equation of line, and this equation of line basically represents linear system. And in this linear system, if we want to predict the price of a house, then of course we need to know the feature of a house. And initial or benchmark feature of the house is equivalent to 1. The second feature of the house, suppose number of rooms. Number of rooms in some house. Third feature, okay, second feature, suppose number of windows. Okay, suppose there is one another feature, and this feature is the area, or you can say size. There are basically 4 features. First feature is representing some kind of a unique thing, some kind of a house,
Yes, sir.
and we are considering it is equivalent to 1, always equivalent to 1. For example, we are talking about school. First thing is school. Then we say school is good, school is bad, school have this many programs, school have this many faculties, like this. So then in case of school, x naught equivalent to 1, because we are talking about school. Okay, in this situation, once we are talking about the house, of course it is some kind of a bench. We are not talking about some kind of a golden house or house in America, house in UAE. We are talking about typical houses nearby, okay, in you can say residential area of Islamabad or Rawalpindi or somewhere here. So almost they will have some kind of a quality. They will have some kind of a property or price, okay, price tag. And this price tag, you can say, is somehow can be weight with weight parameter theta naught. This theta naught is some kind of a biased value, and this biased value, as I told you, you are starting some business, you are having 100p in your pocket. So I told you in some graphical representation, this B is telling you some kind of a initial starting point. Are you getting my point? Yes. So this theta naught basically representing this, that this house is having such kind of price. Initial, just kind of rough basis, okay? And of course this, of course there is, we are talking about house, there is x naught is also involved. But usually we do not write in equation of line x naught, because x naught is equivalent to 1. For example, these are the oranges, these are the houses, these are the schools, whatsoever, these are aeroplanes. This equation of line usually is expressed in this way: y, okay, mx1 theta naught. Basically, this is the same replica, okay, of the equation of line. Here, technically, one thing is missing. This is the x naught. Basically, it is equivalent to 1. Usually, we ignore. Usually, we do ignore this. So, this is the equation of line, and this is talking about the first feature. This is number of rooms. If we are talking about too many features, okay, second or third feature, and this is what basically change, slope change. For example, we are visiting different houses. First house is having number of rooms, maybe the other house having 3 number of rooms. So number of rooms are changing. Are you getting my point? So I am representing, and x1 is talking about the features, number of rooms. And then we say y. Y is what basically? Expected price. Expected price. So these, okay, basic things giving you some kind of a final output in form of a, this is hypothesis. This is hypothesis. We are predicting. And one another thing, there is the actual cost. Actual cost, we know the exact amount of the cement, exact amount of the, you can say some other materials used in the house construction. So actual amount. So we are, this is our expecting price, okay, our analyzed price, and another one is the actual price. So this actual price is usually known as, in case of this, okay, here, M in this situation will be changed to the theta 1. theta naught is the basic, okay, bias value, and theta 1 is kind of a m. Are you getting my point? Theta 1 is not a different thing. Basically, it is a slope. And you are getting here hypothesis. This one is the representing hypothesis. So, if this one is the, suppose, okay, somehow you can say this one is the actual price, depend upon the material, depend upon the exact material, and this one is the hypothesis price. You are expecting, you are guessing somehow. So, you need to do what? You need to determine the difference between two. And this difference between two done with the help of num, okay, y minus is somehow is giving you the difference, or you can say error. Why we are using this num? Because it does not matter, hypothesis should write here, otherwise output should be positive number. So this is your error technically. Why error? Actually, important thing is this: if you are this hypothesis exactly equivalent to your guessing price exactly equivalent to the actual price, then no issue. Then you are this difference minus y almost equivalent to 0. This shows there is no error. Your machine work like this because you think that machine will proceed or machine will work in this formation, but maybe due to certain computational error, machine do not follow the same instruction, and some kind of a difference between the actual and your observed value. So this is the scale error, least scale error. Okay, with all this, what we can do, we can know this hypothesis. So in this hypothesis function, you can write more than one feature like this. A moment ago I mentioned theta naught x naught plus theta 1 x1 plus theta 2 x2 plus theta 3 x3. Okay, remember, you can also write this theta naught plus theta 1 x1 plus theta 2 x2 plus theta 3 x3. Remember, just I ignored x naught. Why it is equivalent to 1. So this is again what? Equation of line. It is similar equation of line like this, but there are only two features. One is the biased, one is the new number of rooms. But in the recent last equation, I also mentioned the number of windows, number of area. So you are this equation gave, this is the number of rooms, number of windows, number of area. Okay, size of the area basically. This is the number of rooms, number of windows, number of, okay, each one is having some kind of a weight change. Because theta 1 of course is representing some kind of a slope change. Vary from one house to another. Here, theta 2 is also kind of a change. Theta 3 is also kind of a change. And I already told you how to determine the slope. Or technically what? How you can determine the value of slope, or how you can determine the value of this. Theta naught is kind of initial one. This is a biased. You start your business from somewhere, some point. But theta 1, theta 2, theta 3 can be determined with the process of elimination. If you are having two equations, you can eliminate and get the value of theta 2 or theta 1, substitute in another and get the, okay, are you getting my point? If any query until here, please ask me. No? Yes, please.